Hi guys, this is Tanya from WorkStory. Whether you're a health and fitness coach, a real estate agent, a network marketer, or someone who's just in business for yourself, this is the place for you to come to learn about how to create a brand that will attract your target market right to you. I've been a graphic designer for over 20 years and now I'm a branding photographer. I've worked with brands like Guess, HP, and several small local businesses all around the country. And I love what I do. I love helping you build a brand that you love, that makes you excited to get out of bed in the morning and makes your clients flock to you and want to be with you and buy your product or service. I'm also on the board of my local chapter of the National Association of Women Business Owners, and I love women business owners. I love being an advocate for them and helping them succeed. And I'm so glad you're here with me today. This is the first in a series of 3 videos where we're going to talk about the foundations of branding, specifically as it relates to personal branding. That's a really big buzzword these days, and I want to teach you how to use it to your advantage. When you wake up in the morning, is your inbox full of lots of inquiries begging you to come work for them? Do you have millions of dollars in the bank? Are you just so happy with the way your business is going? If that's you, awesome. You probably don't need to be here. But if not, I'm here to help you make all of those things happen with an awesome branding strategy. When I first started out as a graphic design student years ago, I thought branding was just a fancy logo, letterhead, signage, those kinds of things. But what I've learned through the years is branding is so much more than that. It's the perception that the public has about you. The awesome thing is that you get to create it. Brands are created. They don't just happen overnight. And there's so many fun things you can do to create your brand and to make it into something that you love and that attracts the type of people that you want to work with. Over the years, I've really developed an eye for what works and what doesn't work in branding. And I'm just now starting to implement that into my own personal brand, and it's so exciting when people are starting to recognize me. Strangers on the street are like, hey, it's Tanya. We love what you're doing. That's so exciting, and it's been so great for my business. I'm so excited to share with you some of the things that I've been doing and how you can do it in your business too. So over these 3 videos, the 3 critical things I'm going to teach you about are 1, communications, 2, visual elements, and 3, consistency. So let's dig right into communications today. So what is communications? Communications are the foundation of your whole brand. It's super important that you do this step, don't skip it. So when you define who your target market is and what problem you solve for them, that is the basis of your communications. There's a lot you can do with this, but today we're just going to cover some basic steps. So why do you need to define these communications for yourself? Basically, to attract the target market that you want, the customer that you really want, you have to figure out what they're into, what do they like? And defining that can help you move forward for your entire brand. So one thing you can do to get started today is to define some keywords. So keywords are a way to simplify your communications as a foundation. So for example, my brand is fun, fresh, bright, just anything that I would use to describe my brand and also my customer. This helps me when I'm creating any written or verbal communications for my brand, whether it's for social media, website, press releases. It also helps when you're creating the visual elements for your brand. So for you today, just take a minute to write down any words that come to mind about your brand. Maybe you're gothic and dark and brooding, or maybe you're energetic and fun and sparkly. So write all those things down. Now, here's a little tip. If you get stuck and you're not really sure, go ahead and write down all of the things that you're not. If you know you're absolutely not fluffy kittens, rainbows, unicorns, then you can find the opposite word to help you define your brand. So that was just the tip of the iceberg with communications. Obviously, there's a lot of different stuff you can do to define your brand with words. But it's really important that you have some of those in place so that you can move on to the next step, which is visual elements. This is my favorite part. It's where the fun stuff happens, and we're going to talk about that in the next video. But before I go, I want you to answer one question for me. Who is your ideal client? What type of customer would you like your brand to attract? Leave a comment down below and describe that person for me. And of course, if you liked this video and found it valuable, please hit the like button and share it with your friends. I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.